You right there. Yeah, I'm talking to you and I'm looking at you right now. Are you a meta slave? Are you a meta whore? Well, listen up, bitch. Stop being a meta whore right now. Sorry, that was a little bit aggressive. Hi, my name is Lunam, and there's been something that's been on my mind that I wanted to talk about. So I'm sure that a lot of you girls have been playing Honkai Star Rail, and something that has been on your mind is, should I roll for XYZ characters? And I'm also sure that you've been bombarded with lots of tier list videos, like this character is S tier, this character is C tier, you should roll for this and that, and I'm here to say that you should stop looking at them and listening to them. Or should I say more specifically, you should stop caring about them so much. So on a recent video that I did, I showed my first 50 pulls that I did on my account, and I really wanted Himiko. I was able to manifest Himiko for myself, which I love her. I just wanted her so bad because I just love her voice, I love her style, the way she looks, her attitude, her personality. There was just something about her that I loved a lot, especially when I saw the trailer, like, it was just magical. I loved her so much. But there were some comments that I was getting like, I pulled and got Himiko as well, and I really like her, but she's pretty weak and I don't really know if I should put her in my party. And I also got questions like, but isn't Himiko really weak? Why would you want her? Stuff like that. And of course, if you guys have played Genshin Impact like I have, I'm sure you guys would have seen things that are very similar whenever a new character comes out. There's always people saying things like, oh, this character is weak, don't pull for them, or that they have pulled for them and they really like their style, but they're very weak and they're unsure if they want to play them. So I want to just say, who cares? Why would anyone care about, if something is too weak? If you like a character and you find them to be beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, the house down boots, then why not play it? Like, so many people get so hung up on trying to get the best units because, they're bombarded by all these like tier list videos and, Sealy's at S tier and Himiko's at C tier and all that stuff. And it's like, everyone cares so much about that. And you really have to like wonder with yourself, like, does it really matter at the end of the day? Because, when I got Himiko, and I still love her, I have her in my party and I love her, I want to keep using her. Like, I understand that she isn't the greatest in terms of single target. In terms of AoE, she's amazing. I love her. She's such a goddess. But in terms of single target, yeah, I have a little bit of a harder time in bossing and single target moments. But at the end of the day, does it really matter? And the answer to that is no, it doesn't. Because when you go through the story, like, you can go through the story with just any party, honestly. Like, this game isn't hard. Like, yes, there are challenging moments and you gotta think, but miHoYo made this game to be playable at all levels, right? Whether you be casual, spend a lot of money, and are very try-hard or whatever, like, the story isn't gonna, like, gate you at a moment where, like, oh, you don't have these XY characters, you didn't spend money, so unlucky you can't progress through the story. Like, no, right? You're able to progress through the story. Now, that's not to say that I haven't had troubles, like, beating a boss at all. Like, yes, I have died a few moments and all, but for the most part, I can get through everything just fine, even if I have Himiko, who is considered a C tier for the most part. From most videos that I've seen when it comes to tier lists, she's considered at the bottom and C tier, and Sealy, Bronya, and all those stuff, all those other characters are at the top. Now for this video, I just want to clarify, I'm not telling you to play this character or play that character. I'm not telling you to spend or not spend. If you want to spend money, go ahead. If you want to play whatever character, go ahead. This video is for those that care a lot about like damage or like, characters that are considered S tier and making others feel less or putting down people that want to play their own characters. And it's also for those that really love a character, like, they like the look of Himiko, but they've always wondered like, oh, should I put them in my team because, they're weak. And I just want to like say, just put it in. Like, if you love Himiko, if you love whatever character, just put it in your team and just play with them. Like, it shouldn't matter. It really should not matter if they're a little bit weak. Now, of course, what I'm saying is just like very standard knowledge. I feel like, of course, like, play whatever you want. And, this is a single player game, essentially a single player game. Like, you can just go through the story with whatever character and be just fine. And, of course there are some game modes or like things in the game that have a bit more of a challenge, like the simulated universe or the Forgotten Hall. But, are these things that you really need to care that much about? Like, don't get me wrong, I too like to have a bit of a challenge, and I also too like to progress through the Forgotten Hall and the Simulated Universe, and in Genshin, the Spiral Abyss. But my question to you is, even if you were to clear it, like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna feel? And do you need to clear this? Like, is this a thing that you must do, you have to care about so heavily to the point where you will throw away a character that you really wanted because of the aesthetics or the vibes, like you really like them? Like, is it worth giving all that up simply because you wanted to progress through the Simulated Universe or the Forgotten Hall? Like, seriously, if you're going through the Simulated Universe and the Forgotten Hall, like, let's just say you're someone that really, really enjoys going through that and, like, progressing through and beating all the enemies. Like, let me ask you this. When you know, choose your Sealy, your Bronya, like your S tier characters, and you clear the Forgotten Hall, you clear the Simulated Universe, or at least one part of it, one stage, like, I want you to imagine, imagine yourself. This, even forget those that have played Genshin or play Genshin currently. Like, imagine yourself going through a stage and beating it. How would you feel? What do you imagine yourself feeling once you finish it? Because I sure as hell can tell you and guarantee what you're gonna feel. What's gonna happen is you're gonna finish that enemy, you're gonna finish that stage, or Spiral Abyss floor, or whatever. And what you're gonna feel is like some sort of excitement, maybe, a little bit of serotonin going on. You're gonna feel satisfied with killing that enemy and clearing that stage. But right afterwards, like, after a few seconds and all, you're just gonna go back to sitting there and like, forgetting everything that happened. You're just, it's all gone. All that feeling is gone. You're just back to your normal state. Like, let's be real here, right? Like, we've all kind of cleared the Spiral Abyss or like a certain stage on Spiral Abyss in Genshin, and we've all, gone through the, Simulated Universe and the Forgotten Hall. Like, we know what we're gonna feel, and the serotonin that's going on is only very short-lived, like, honestly. And so when you think about it, like, sure, maybe Sealy and, like, other characters could, like, get you in a further stage in the Forgotten Hall, whatever, but, like, is that worth giving up the characters that you really, really enjoyed playing just, because you love their vibes and all? Like, if you don't enjoy those characters, like Sealy and Bronya or whatever S-tier character, then I would think, like, why bother having that in your party? It just doesn't bring you joy at all. Now, if you enjoy Celia and you enjoy Bronya and you enjoy these S tier characters or whatever, then yes, go play them. Like I said, I'm not telling you to not play a character or not play Celia or whatever. I'm not telling you to play Kimiko or whatever. Again, I'm saying, like, if you do enjoy XYZ character, you should play them regardless if they're like a C tier character or if they're like bad or whatever. You shouldn't feel pressured into rolling for these S tier characters. You shouldn't feel pressured because someone is telling you like, oh, that character sucks, like, why are you playing it? Like it doesn't make sense. Like, just play what you enjoy. If you like the character and if you love their vibes, play it. Now, the only thing that I can think of that someone could make an argument for is that, oh, you save some time. Like, if you play the strongest characters, you're gonna save time, go through the story faster, go through the content faster, progress farther, etc, etc. And, like, let's be real, like, what time are you saving? Like, you're gonna finish the story faster, and you're going to get through everything faster, and then what are you gonna do afterwards? Like, babes, we're playing a gacha game, we're playing Honkai Star Rail, like, what time are we going to be saving? Like, are you gonna be doing your homework? When you finish your story, like, in 2 hours instead of 4 hours, like, you're gonna use the rest of the 2 hours doing your homework or something? Are you gonna be washing your makeup brushes? Are you gonna be washing the dishes? Like, let's be real, are you gonna finish that assignment? No. No, you're not. Because we all know what you're gonna do. You're gonna be sitting there playing some games, whether it be Honkai Star Rail, Genshin, or whatever game. Like, this is a gacha game. We are not saving time. Like, if you really wanted to save time and save that money or whatever, you wouldn't be down the spiral of, like, a gacha game. Let's be real. So, I don't really think that's, like, much of an argument, like, saving time. But you know what, to each their own. If you want to go through that story and want to go plow through it and with the strongest character, by all means do it. I just don't think people should be shaming others for playing like a quote-unquote bad character or C tier character or whatever. Just let people play what they enjoy. And if you're the type of person to feel like pressured and like, oh, this character is not strong or whatever, but they're pretty, like, screw it, who cares? Just play the goddamn character. Like for me, I really love Himiko. Like I don't care that she is on the weaker side when it comes to single target damage. Like I just think she's such a goddess. I love her voice. Just there's something about her that just fills me with serotonin, especially her ultimate when her sipping her tea while that satellite thing that comes down with the beam. It's just like, oh, so gorgina. And you know, AoEing like the trash mobs and clearing them, it just feels so satisfying. So like, no, I don't really care that she's on the weaker side. Like I just play her because it makes me have fun and I enjoy it. Like that's not to say I wouldn't have any joy playing other characters. Like if I got unlucky and I got some other characters, or if I rolled and got Celia or whatever, that's not to say I will hate the game and I won't enjoy myself. Like I'm sure I still will, but I'm sure that I will enjoy Himiko more, and I'm just gonna continue using her. And I think you should use your characters as well if you find them to be slay and beautiful and gorgina or whatever. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I want to do more of these talking videos. I know it's not my usual style, but this is kind of fun. I'm enjoying it, it's like whatever. If you enjoy these type of talking videos and gameplay videos for Honkai Star Rail and some other games, press that subscribe button, ring that notification bell as well so you don't miss a video from me. I also stream on Twitch as well, which you can find the link in the description box below, and you can find all my other social media platforms down below as well. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about today in this video. I hope you girls have a lovely day and enjoy your time with playing Honkai Star Rail. Bye bye!